What the fuck you on? Why your shit look like a red camera?
Damn.
Hey, you know.
Golly.
Yeah, nigga, you look like you're in a movie. Your shit don't even look real right now.
This nigga like Gemini man. What the fuck going on? What the fuck you got going on, man?
What's going on, fellas?
Sheesh.
And then this nigga, you see, he still don't want to give up the sauce. That nigga just laughing all.
What's going on, guys?
He gonna laugh it off like that. Hey, no, Lex. The funniest shit. And I didn't even tell El this shit. We went to LA. That trip was fucking awesome, by the way. But El was like,
bro, fucking amazing. We was talking about that shit last night.
He's like, yo, man, I'm about to go. I'm finally gonna go grab my Louis crossbody. I'm like, oh, that's what's up. So we got a pretty awesome call this week to do a visual, and I was like already thinking of like what I wanted to wear and shit, like accessories. And and in the song I have a line about a crossbody, and I was like, let me go see what the Louis shit hitting for. Nigga, I looked, I was like, yep, I might have to borrow L for the video, nigga. I'm not. It ain't gonna be two of them in the family, no sir. Let me just hold it. I only need it for 3 hours, nigga. You ain't gonna miss it for 3 hours.
Let me just touch that, fella.
Just real quick, man.
No, that's love.
How niggas feeling?
Feeling great.
Yeah, man.
All right, bro. Let's do it. Today's episode of the Meet the Brave podcast is powered by Northwest Pizza and Pasta, where if you think the pizza's good, try hands down the best wings in the valley. Nobody does wings like NWP. Order online now for takeout or delivery, and they're officially operating at like 25% capacity, which is about 25 people, give or take, that can eat in the lobby right now. Southern Oregon is experiencing an increase in COVID cases, so the governor is like considering scaling them back and like shutting them down. So hopefully that doesn't happen and they get it underway. But NWP, regardless, is here to serve the community and make sure that y'all at the very least are fed. Today's episode of the Meet the Brave podcast is powered by Uplifters Black-owned Domino Company, by none other than our good brother Jonell, and great enough, our brother Let's Bubble Productions. They are in partnership with their new hit show, Winning Formula, that debuted last week, and they have more great episodes on the way. Follow Uplifters now, no vowels in their description. Their info is always in the description. More information on how to get your, what is it? We got the collab dominoes with Grand National right now, and then they have their own flagship set as well as apparel. So tap in with Uplifters now. Today's podcast is also powered by the REEF Studios, Black-owned studio that I am a proud partner in Oakland, California. We handle all needs from multi-tracking, recording, voiceover, podcasting, you name it, we can do it. Tap in with the REEF Studios. As their info will also be in the description. And last but not least, our good brother, Let's Bubble Productions. Always making the video content look as great as they do. L was the sex symbol until Lex figured out my lighting. So that just makes shit work. Follow
angles.
Follow Let's Bubble Productions for all your video production needs. With that being said, let's start the show. It's the Meet the Brave podcast. I am Monty Draper.
I am LG.
Lex BUB.
Brothers, what's going on?
Feeling great.
Everybody feeling?
I'm good. I had to do the I had to spruce up the Northwest Pizza plug because this nigga Poe called me Chicken George whenever I do the said nigga can't even get no ad dollars, man. Like, nah, fam, you be reading that shit like Chicken George. I don't appreciate it.
Bro, that's fucking funny, bro.
but wait, everybody does it too. They like, bro, why you got to do the nobody? I'm like, that's how the copy was written, and I actually thought it was tight. Salute the morgue, man. Bro, what? Before we get too far into it, hip hop is having a rough go of it. Fuck, man. Not just hip hop, but Black people as a whole surviving the pandemic. I seen something where. We're in April, so a year and a month of this bullshit. But I seen something where the statistics of just the COVID fatalities was upwards of 78% were Black folks, and had pre-existing ailments. So your hypertension, your diabetes, and shit that looms in and around the Black community based on our access to food, lack of parks and recs, and you name it. There's a whole deep dive of shit that we can get into. But what isn't talked about as much is mental health, and when it is spoken about, it isn't spoken about with the respect that it needs, and with the people who have done years and years of research, who have gone well above and beyond to get educated, and not just general education, but how it connects to Black folks and Black Americans specifically. And so as the hip hop community continues to try to make sense of all the fatalities of pioneers, to put it frankly, it's getting troublesome. They laid DMX to rest yesterday. A beautiful homegoing. I thought Swiss Beats said some powerful words that Black folks needed to hear, just in terms of being able to identify early, real true love, and showing up for people in real time when they need you. And we have a tendency to sort of cast people aside and turn our backs and shut them out, especially when they're dealing with illness, especially when they're dealing with illness, addiction, and maybe suffering from some mental health issues that are going misdiagnosed, whether it be something as simple as Asperger's, man, can have people outcast in impossible ways that then compounds the depression and the isolation and all these different things that we really got to reshape and offer new spaces of how we speak about them. But neither here nor there. We lost one of my heroes this week, and I don't say that loosely. I thought about writing a post. I thought about writing an open letter, all these different things, but I just couldn't, because he meant so much more than that to me, and that is the late great Shock G, of the founder and creator of Digital Underground, and so the Shock G thing goes back to my inception, really. All around the world was, I don't know what it was about that song for me and my mom, but that was sort of our thing. And as you get older, you can read I literally learned how to reading liner notes of albums. I never really tell that story. I wasn't the best student. I struggled mightily, and my dad's sisters are both two of the smartest people I know for sure. And my auntie JJ just, she took it upon herself to just, spend a little extra time. And so Saturdays was our thing. We wash her car, we get in the whip, and she had every CD known to man. And she would just like, yo, I could go through the liner notes and I could read it from cover to cover. And you start reading the Digital Underground liner notes, and this nigga Shock's name is on every part of the album, written, produced, recorded. You're like, God damn, like, what is going on? But it was early for me when you start to realize what just being a utility guy, just plug me in, coach, and I can be whatever the fuck you need me to be. I can be the front man. Oh, Tupac's a star now. I can fall back and I can produce his hits. I can be eclectic enough to have Prince's camp call and go, yo, I want whoever's making that shit, I want him, and I always thought that was tight. Like, cause Shock wasn't bound by fucking genre, wasn't bound by sound. Whatever he felt like doing that day is what he was going to do. And I want that. El Po and I had a really dope conversation in the thread just about Black men being able to express themselves in healthy ways where they can explore everything that inspires them. And Shock was that for me. If he felt like dressing up, if he wanted to be funny, If he wanted to play the piano, if he wanted to play the bass, if he wanted whatever he wanted to do, he was going to do it. And I want, not only do I want that more for black people as a whole, I want that specifically for Black men, but with that, I want safer spaces for Black men to step into that shit. And by all means, digital brought that to the Bay. Digital, Hyro, you know, they represented the other they represented the other side, where if you had RBL Posse in the city, you had everything that was happening in town between like what Short was doing, and then Spice One and that whole crew was developing, Richie Rich and 41510, like all these different facets in the spectrum of Blackness that was being represented. At the forefront, the niggas who kicked the door down was Digital Underground, mainly Shock G. And so I'm so glad that people are recognizing that and speaking about it in that light. But in the same breath, I can't tell y'all how fucking how fucking disappointed I was to not be able to get that story. I spoke about it like quick a few weeks ago in my meeting with the great Tone Capone, and I have a mission to do a full doc on my music, and it being specific to the Bay and the people that founded the shit, that made it. And when I made my list of creators, guess who was at the top of that list, right? It's fucking Shock G. Like, and we don't think about it in that sense, but when you think about the bass lines and the dirty drums and the funk, at the core of it was just pure funk. And how that sound just encapsulated the world and really shook shit up and found its way around the world was really on the backs of Digital. So I just want to say thank you. I hate that I didn't get to say it as a fan, as someone who was impacted from the time that they could remember. So it's just another hard one, and hope we say this every fucking time, but my hopes are that we can somehow take this energy and really fuck with people while they're here. But this whole posthumous love is creepy to me. I'll never understand it, and so it makes it hard to sit on our pod and start a show like this, because you're just like, bro, the streams for Digital will go through the roof. It'll be love. The same way I felt about Nip, X, Triple X, Mac Miller. It's like their streams go up 1,000% when they die, because it's such a wave of motherfuckers who genuinely love them are able to sort of shift the world for a couple days, a few weeks, if you will. And the people who wasn't tapped in go tap in, and you go, God damn, your streams can go up. If you're Mac Miller and your streams go up 1,000%, bro, what does that mean? What do those numbers look like for real? If you're who's Lil Bruh that died in Atlanta, if you're King Von and your streams go up 1,000% because people just want to know, you're like, bro, what the fuck does that mean? When I just want to go see for myself. It's like, damn, like how can we offset that to have that be represented when those people are here? Because chances are some of the ones who died at the hands of violence maybe make some different decisions, and the ones who suffer from mental illness and addiction maybe are swayed another way if the affinity for their creation is known while they're here. It may be a twisted thought, it may be a naive thought, but it's an honest one that I have, especially when you think about the people who I just named. Maybe just maybe the demons aren't as powerful. I think about somebody in X's case, and now the reports of what may have actually been the cause of his death, bro. That, like, I was sad before. When I saw that, I was really fucked up, because then it means he really didn't have to go, So
his was similar to Mac, right?
Yeah. At least that's from the reports that they're putting out now. And that one just hurt. That one just hurts. That one just hurts because the narrative will be addiction and all that shit. And that, I'm sorry, I don't get me wrong. I'm not about to sit up here and cap for fucking for drug cape for drugs, but we again the stigma the stigma. What's the word, fellas? Help me out.
Stigmatization? No. Stigma.
No, I think stigmatization is fine.
Okay. Around drugs, it's like pure coke just don't kill you.
Yeah.
Pure crack ain't just out here killing people.
Yeah.
So the lack of awareness,
it's about by the time it gets to the hands of the people.
You see what I'm saying?
They've had to cut it, they've had to step on it, they've had to mix other things in order to make it last longer. You know.
In the name of stretching the dollar and getting the most.
This ain't the 80s, motherfuckers ain't getting a pure brick back out of here.
And so that's the part where it's like they didn't have to go. It was someone's greed took them, and I'm sorry.
That was always a thing when it came to like drugs or whatever. It's just like you never really know what batch you're getting. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the thing. So you'll have different feelings for different, like you wouldn't have the same feeling every single time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then you're also trying to chase something. So it's just a weird space to be in. But if you're really hurting, you'll still do it. So that's the unfortunate part. Is just that, there's a lot of demons out there, and folks just be battling with them, and that's one of the coping mechanisms. And that's just unfortunate, what I'm saying? Because you really have no clue which batch you're getting.
Man. Lex, did either of you guys have anything? I didn't want to hijack the show, but I as it ain't too many, just in terms of influencers creatively. This one hit different, so I didn't want to hijack the whole show, but we can get off of it ASAP if y'all didn't have anything.
The only thing I wanted to really say about it was I was talking with somebody and they said they didn't know how much Shock G really did. And they only looked at Shock G as Shock G and Humpty Hump. And now that he has passed away, then they found out like how great of a producer he was. And it's, to me, it just really shows how talented he was, because at any point in his career, he could have easily just been like saying constantly like, I produced this person, I produced that person, I put that person out. But instead, he just stayed doing his own shit. Like you said, for him to get calls from Prince, like that's some producer's dream. And then he's just out here and he's just doing it. Yeah. And one thing Kevin Allen said on Twitter was like, this man split a 16-bar verse with himself and did
No. I'm sorry. It wasn't a 16, it was an 8.
Yeah, it was an 8. So
that's pure sicko.
Yeah. And for him to just do that. And then when you listen to the same song, he was doing it on the same song where he would do half his Shock G and half his Humpty Hump. To the point, a lot of people, I remember being a kid and thinking that they were two different people for years. So it's like, that just goes to show you like how, and I feel like stuff like that help people like even Mac Dre thinking of different personalities and different ways to come at a song. So this man.
Yeah, man. No, it's the salute to the family. The Bay. This is another one of those for the Bay where the Bay gets to go. Yeah, we kind of been here for this whole run, and we get it. The New York bias, the LA bias, the Atlanta run. Like even Houston kind of gets its acclaim in Chicago. It's like, all right, bro, we got to start reshaping these conversations in and around the importance of waves. Andre 3000 was like, yo, I rap the way I do because of the hieroglyphics. You know what I'm saying? Like we gotta really really start putting a little bit more respect on what the Bay has contributed culturally. MC Hammer being the first fucking rap superstar. I don't care what nobody said. It wasn't a superstar before that. The nigga had a cartoon, for crying out loud. We got the lunch pail, you name it, right? So rest empowered, Shock G. Thank you, brother. We let our brother. Have y'all seen the subscribers on YouTube? What the fuck? Let's go. Hey man, all I can say is thank y'all for just keeping it lit and everybody tuning in on YouTube, Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, Simplecast, Castbox. Thank y'all for tuning in the way that you do. I don't know if everybody got to see the Apple Talks was last week or this week. They announced a new clip of products. Shit about to get spooky out here.
Real spooky.
But in the beautiful part is about when Apple's announcing their products. If you're not really tapped in, you can not. Wait a minute. What? Is this, y'all still see me? That was weird.
Yeah.
What?
It's like your green screen got pulled down.
Right now?
Yeah.
Oh, y'all can't see me?
No, we can see you. We got your background now.
Oh shit! I'm naked. What's the? Have y'all seen the thing when Winnie the Pooh shit? Winnie the Pooh shit get his that nigga step from behind the shit. He don't have no pants on.
Nah.
Like nigga, you ain't had no pants on the whole time. No.
Yeah, I wonder was in that honey batch that he took, boy. Yeah, smooth edible.
That is funny. I don't even know how to sign back.
It's like, wait a minute, I've been naked this whole time.
like Pooh. Check this out, player. You've been damn, that's weird. That should have signed me out in the middle of the shit.
Hey, I do wonder how they used to come up with that with cartoons though, because they would for sure give them a shirt, like to show them, like to make it personable and shit like that. But for sure, no bottom.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
still running. Fuck it. I don't know what to do.
Wonder what that psyche was,
Yeah, I ain't gonna sign out. What are we talking about? The Apple announces the products, and then with the products comes their new terms and the new things that they're gonna roll out. And so they're increasing their streaming revenue for artists, for creators. And they're creating a paywall of subscriptions for podcasters. I don't know how many folks got to look into that, but sure as shit, Spotify couldn't help themselves and they had to respond immediately. I just think it's funny. I don't get me wrong. I want to start from a place of gratitude for people's willingness to evolve and think of ways to be inclusive. We're all learning. We call it the Wild Wild West for a reason. But in it being the Wild Wild West, for people's instincts to capitalize and not figure out how to disperse the revenue it just reeks of just being disingenuous. And now we're at this place where shit's gonna change radically again, and the creators have always maintained control, but the awareness of what that control could look like, especially in the spirit of collaborating and not fucking one another over and taking shitty deals that undermines the rest of the creative portion of the industry, right?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like I would say this is probably the first time where it was in unison.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like it's a collective deal. So it forced the hands of. That's the only way that you force the hand of big business. Like
exactly.
Yeah, big companies, they only move when the need only moves when everybody forces that shit. Otherwise, it's like the NCAA, man. Like they keep people in the dark, they will, just keep making money for hella years.
Now we I got approached this week and it's been happening quite frequently, and I didn't realize what was taking place, and in regards to what's the next steps for the pod. And yeah, we've talked about it loosely, and I have hopes and like a vision of what I would like to see happen, but so much of it is kind of predicated on like the market, and but not wanting to be hijacked by being a space for Black growth and evolution and learning. Like that's the driving force for the show, and how to do that in the space of scaling. And so when things like this get announced immediately, like I couldn't tell you how many folks I had to text me the terms, like we were in a meeting watching the fucking Apple seminar shit. Like we had to stop what we were doing just to see, so it's like being aware of it. But and that's why I sent you guys or I sent Elle and Poe the Joe conversation with Bruh from Patreon. Because that's kind of what the conversation was just like the creators and the power. What did y'all take away from the new announcements from all the companies? Because Patreon announced their shit for a couple of weeks ago in terms of their next round of funding, and I forget what their evaluation is, however many few billion their new evaluation is after their next round of fucking investors gave them all that bread, so they're operating at a new clip now. Spotify is going to reimagine their shit, but it's totally in response to what Apple's doing. What say y'all? What's going on?
Shit, I mean, you said it. It's a moment in time where, for the first time, you're not so dependent on somebody controlling your direction. Like there's so many different, you're saying this across the board when it comes to subscription-based services, period. How it's getting broken up and how it's becoming more exclusive. I think everybody's battling out. Joe's talked about this too, probably about a year or two ago, but what the landscape will be in 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, like it's only going to become even more potent, I would say, on like, individual ideas, people being more open about it, and being able to monetize it in different ways. I don't think it's just going to be one way to do things. I always think about there was one person in this company that did there's an email that went around, and they looked at the email and they sent it over to the rest of the company. It was like, wait a minute, so yeah, I flagged this person, and please look out for this person because they went through a laundry list of things that they saw on their background or whatever. But then the last thing was that they're 20 years old and they're making more than me. So like that part always stuck out to me because I was like, that's pure hate from somebody that's older, not understanding what the landscape is, that motherfuckers is out here getting it. And if you're growing up in the information age, you have more, like, your learning curve is quicker, so you tend to come across things a lot, you pick up on things a lot quicker, you find ways to make money a lot quicker, which is why the youth, I would say, is more into like socialism and social injustice and stuff like that, because the monetary portion of things doesn't register because that's going to be a given in their age. I think money isn't going to be so hard for them to make. So it makes them more in tune with everything else that's taking place.
Yeah.
If you take money out the equation, what would you be as a human being? What I'm saying? And that's really what we're moving towards. What I'm saying? Like, I think all the battles are happening right now, yes. But what will the domino effect be for human beings overall if everyone figures out a way to monetize or make money for themselves? Then what are they as people? Now we're not holding on to things as if it's like crabs in a barrel.
You alluded to that last week too, G, and I thought that was such a. I bullshit you not. I walked away and thought about that the rest of the week because it hadn't dawned on me that was a collective thing. Because a lot of times you have a shift or something, you kind of think you're the only one on it. You don't realize that shift is informed by your circle, your surroundings, experiences, somewhat. So it ain't just you that's feeling that way, or it isn't just you that's making that pivot. And when you said it, I started doing an inventory on everybody, just my immediate circle. So y'all two, Freak, Poe. Every time I talk to Morgan, I'm with Kevin Deuce every day. I try to see Kate like three times a week. Like I'm looking at everybody. I'm going, God damn, like ain't nobody is motivated by money, but this is the first time in my life where I've been surrounded by a group of people that aren't hurting or don't know how to go get a buck. If they are entrepreneurs and living check to check, it's because it's by choice, right? And so the decision making is different. The conversations are different. The bandwidth is different. The joy for doing shit, I didn't want to. I was gonna skip this, but I've had a few run-ins, especially being back on Twitter, where nigga, I know you for real. I'm reading your tweets, and your tweets don't add up to who you are outside for real. All these political, spiritual, woke motherfuckers, like every time I see them, bro, they energy different, or the decisions that they're making behind the scenes when no one is around is not adding up to the spiritual shit that they're kicking. And those motherfuckers are the most deadly and the most toxic to me. Bro, bring all your flaws, bring all your natural energy, good or bad. Cause I could roll with that. Like I could do that. But these motherfuckers that's pretending, bro, be wary of them, bro. Cause they just got they're the ones that are undermining relationships. They're the ones that are undermining getting to the bag. They don't want no money for real. All they want is attention. And that'll kind of soothe that feeling of like, oh, I made it for real. And it's like, bro, that shit seems so backwards. I wholeheartedly thought niggas wanted a bag. And then you start making the right adjustments and putting the right systems and strategy in place to really get to a bag. And you realize it ain't a lot of people moving like that, because what's required of it is some form of structure. It's some form of discipline. It's some form of consistency. And outside of that, it really ain't that hard. Shout out to Court Smith. This nigga goes, yo, your report card is your bank account. I said, fam, hey, relax.
Yeah, relax.
Relax. Because the way my shit's set up, and he's like, nah, but just so you know, watch that shit. You want scoreboard, you want to see the stat sheet, nigga, look at that bank account. Are you doing the right thing? And you know, it's not overnight, but watch how fast it happens when you put those systems in place. And I said, whoo. And then watch how many motherfuckers ain't getting it for real. I said, God, okay. That's what we doing. And so that's really, you know, just peeping the landscape and coming here when we do the show, going, yo, we're doing the right thing, we're on the right path, we're invested. Our IP catalog is stupid. I had somebody hit me about that this week.
We got one of the best catalogs out, bro.
Mm-hmm. Say hello to my little friend.
We got. Hey, I don't care if folks don't, if how many people don't know about it just yet, but they will. We got one of the best catalogs out.
So G, that's what's so dope. I'm in fucking Target this morning. I'm in Houston, by the way. I'm in Target. OG, man, where I know you. You don't know me, Playboy. There is no way you know me. I'm from North Carolina. I don't know nothing about any sets. Like he like, nah, fam. I'm on FaceTime with moms. He's like, nah, bro, I know you for real. Like, what? And I'm like, nah. So I leave, go to the car. And I'll forget the face mask, and I go back in, He said, "Meet the Brave." I said, "Oh shit!" Like, but it's just again. But we had, is this 153 or 154?
153, right?
153, bro. To be in a place that you're not from, that you don't frequent, but to have the word of mouth spread that way, and it be real genuine. But it's never on no vanity. It's never on no bullshit. It's because we showed up as who we are and keeping in the beam. But our true, we just moving in our love for Black folks. B Walk hit me, said Bird, JG, and Tim pulled up on him in Portland. He didn't know them niggas was there. And he's like, all niggas did was sit around and talk about the pod. I'm like, yo, that's wild. Like, because you got to think, G, like, how often do people do stuff and the niggas that stay niggas don't fuck with what they're creating? You know what I'm saying? It's
all the time.
And so I always said, it's like all of the strangers fucking with it. I don't get me wrong, y'all. I absolutely appreciate the people we haven't met yet, and my hopes is that we do get to meet most of you guys and tap in and actually build a rapport, because that's the whole point. But the fact that my mom, my partners listen, like my friends, my contemporary, like they listen to the show and tap in and go, "Brett, thank y'all for that. Hey, tell L, thank you. I needed that perspective." I always say it ain't fuck the message. It really is who's saying it. And so the role, the not the role, the image of L that people have built in their brains, because they have forever put him up on this pedestal. The way he's stripped all that away and come at it the most human way, bro, is the most potent of forms of leadership in my book, because it's not predicated on this myth of like, oh, that nigga better than us, so he got to do that. Like, it absolves everybody of the responsibility of doing the work. And I talked to Britt for a second via DM. I want to salute them on episode 2 because it was another fucking banger.
Fire.
That shit was unreal. But the reason your episode on that show was so important, because it absolves niggas of all that shit where they going, of all the responsibility of getting to the work. It's like, nah, this nigga L's talking about nigga like ego death for real. Like everybody, and that's back to them fake woke niggas on Twitter talking all that shit. Now you ain't done it for real, because you all the shit you kicking right now, bro. Once you go through that ego death shit, you have no desire to try to fucking preach to nobody.
Yeah, you're not trying to prove a thing.
You're not trying to prove nothing. It's not you. Your concept of good and bad has completely been kicked in the nuts. So you don't know what's what no more. I can't judge shit no more. and I want to be, because niggas is like, oh, you don't want to say shit. No, I'm like, nah, nigga, I genuinely don't know. Like I mean that to the core.
Yeah, it's not a protecting a relationship type deal. It's more so niggas know what go into this for real.
It's not protected nothing. So if fam went to the studio, got the beat, recorded it, had it mixed, had it mastered, and put that shit out, and it got a few million listens, my nigga, guess what? Ain't shit I can say, dog, because I'm working on, I'm knocking on the door album number fucking 8, nigga, and that shit ain't happening.
Okay, Monty. So are you changing your tune when it comes to the baby?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. The baby did what was his intro on Kirk.
Okay.
I was you got me, champ. For a fan forever. Like, ain't shit I can say. Because you tapping into that. All right, bet you got it. Hey, don't ever press me about the baby either.
Hey, I got one question for y'all.
Yo.
You notice in all these meetings, ain't nobody still told us like the price of a podcast, like how much one is worth. And you notice Joe stopped even asking that question
because he found out,
and he told the people.
Okay, I wasn't. We was gonna stay off Joe today, but you did it, Lex. So I have to fight Joe for the culture. I have to. Like for every when I see him, I'm a hug him. I'm gonna dap him up and tell him I love him. Now shoot me this. I'm gonna give him the fairness of like, let's shoot this fair one right now. Drop your shit. Let's go. Because you full of shit.
He made it into the house, and now he watches the door.
He made it in the house and bolted that motherfucker. and is looking out the window like Samuel on Django. They coming.
That nigga did it. That nigga did like the horror movies. Like nigga, that nigga ran in the house. He even left his partners outside. It was just
got caught up in the mist.
Let me stop playing. Let's get to the 420 wasn't 420. It was a sober one. I don't think I rolled up until 5, almost 6 o'clock, bro. It was painful too. It was painful. I have been.
Is that due to how busy the day was?
Yes and no. My routine is pretty dialed in. I'm pretty grateful for it too. Get up right, quick workout, coffee, weed. It's been my routine for a minute now. And immediately from go, it was go on Tuesday. And niggas was sitting around waiting for that fucking verdict.
Got it.
And I'm like, oh, okay.
That was 420. I forgot about that.
So our landlord at the studio goes, hey fam, I'm out of town, but no matter what time of the day y'all leave, can y'all put down the security gate? but she emailed us Sunday night. And I was like, damn, what is she preparing for? And then somebody was like, yeah, they announced the verdict on Tuesday. They announced the verdict? Nigga, what? Is this a rollout? Is this an album dropping?
Bro, you could feel that shit in the air, bro. I went to lunch that day, and you could feel it. The tension was outside, bro. There wasn't nobody outside. That's why it felt like it was tension, because there wasn't nobody on the streets.
But G, why is everybody looking at you like you the nigga that's gonna ride if this, like I could hope in my mind they had already said not guilty because niggas had to wait for it like it was some J's dropping.
Oh yeah, for sure.
There's nothing you can do. There ain't enough verdicts in the world to erase the image of that man's neck being knelt on for 9 minutes. Oh, and then by the way, if one guilty verdict buys you 6 more fucking dead bodies at the hands of cops, my nigga, you can keep that.
Shit, damn near same day.
The same day. You can keep all that if that's what that means, fam. That was just me.
That shit was like when somebody has like the sexual accusations, and then the next person shows up, and the next person reports, the next person reports. That's how this verdict was going, because they in that hour, I think they're supposed to announce that shit between I think it might have been between 1:30 and 2:30 or something like that, or 12:30 and 1:30, one of those. But in between that time, there was other shit seeping in that was going on in the world that had to do with the exact same issue that we're waiting for a verdict on this individual one. You know what I mean? So it begs the question on the actual verdict, like what other choice did they have? You know what I'm saying? Like if you're looking at the rest of the landscape, and if you just had something happen in the exact same town the week prior, where they was riding, then there is no other verdict for this particular one. So did y'all really do justice? You know what I mean? Like justice was served or whatever. Prosecution did the correct thing as far as like what they were going to, the charges that they wanted to have. You know what I mean? Like they didn't go with anything outlandish that for sure gets thrown out. You know what I'm saying? They went directly with what they felt, could get could get passed or whatever. So that's really what it was. So with them having the perfect prosecution, with with the defendant and them being complete morons throughout the trial process.
The DA, you can't find a bigger idiot than that nigga.
Fucking morons throughout the entire process. And even then, in that hour, it was like everybody's heart stopped. Because with all that being said, you're still like, there's still a possibility. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the point, G. Is like you can have a video that goes viral, that's shown on every news station for a year. Why are we even going to trial? First and foremost, the system at that rate is broken. So I don't want to hear
waste of taxpayer dollars on that shit.
Mm-hmm. Nigga, they went through the process of jury selection, preliminaries, closing arguments, evidence, bringing witnesses in. Are you kidding me? And you got niggas on with their front camera on talking about accountability. This is a win. If y'all don't get the fuck out of here, bro. Where are we? What time are we living in where any of this is cool? Oh, and then by the way, while y'all tweeting accountability, 6 more Black bodies get murdered. All right, bro. And that's why I was like, yo, this shit like gas prices. When the motherfucking gas get up to $5 in California, and then they get it back down to $3.75, and you go, whew, thank you. Nigga, all you trying to do is nudge it up a little bit so the drama of kicking it up to $5.25, it whoops you mentally. You get whooped into the optics. So when they drop it back down to $3.75, when it was three even before they kicked it up, it's like that extra 75 cents across however many millions of people are in California, bro. You niggas just got whooped for real. I'm a hustler, nigga. I do this for real. Stop calling me stupid, bro. Like if you're gonna overtly kill niggas, do that then, but don't do the mental manipulation thing with me. And I'm not even talking to the news stations and the government. I'm talking about the niggas that's outside going, you not happy, King? It's a good day, King. No, it's not, nigga. We got whooped. Your life means nothing, even if there's a 9-minute video of somebody killing you, bro. That's all I got from that. They still gotta go through the justice system when there's a 9-minute video of somebody murdering you. You can have it. You can have it. So don't ask no when it's funk and I'm busting back. Don't nobody say Monty was tripping. Nope. I told y'all what time it was, bro. That's not happening. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. And then the look on this. Oh, my bad, Lex.
No, I was just gonna say what's even crazier is, he's gonna try to go for an appeal, and there's still a lot of motherfuckers that think that what he did necessarily wasn't right, but it shouldn't have been murder. Like, I was arguing with somebody like, nigga, have you ever been in handcuffs before? Have you ever been on the ground in handcuffs? It's damn near impossible to really just get up. And to get up and try to bust a dance move, it's not happening. And I said, have you ever had a nigga? I said, I've been in handcuffs, I've been on the ground, and I've had a cop's knee on my neck before. And it don't take much weight to cut off circulation to breathe. So I was like, no, go ahead.
Like the DA goes, his toe was only off the ground for a few seconds.
Enough.
He couldn't have been putting that much. He couldn't have been put that much weight on there, and then zoomed in, used the video to take stills from it and zoom in, and then presented that in court. For anybody to get on any news station, on Twitter or anywhere and go, this is a win for anyone, is that I'm sorry, y'all, to be the curmudgeon. That's sad. That's sad. But it was what really did it for me was the look on fam's face.
Bro, the privilege was just fucking oozing off of him, bro. It was like, bro, how dare you?
So I'm not crazy. You saw that too?
Yeah.
How dare you? Like, wait. Is that somebody else's shit?
Hey, I think Judge got the wrong paper.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is the Derek Chauvin case.
You do know I'm a white man, sir.
Hey.
No, this wrong? Okay, I got you.
And then they said that no bail and put them caps on that man. Hey, it was almost as if you could tell at that moment that my nigga was about to try to lunge himself into the corner of a table, nigga, to take himself out.
Bro, I never seen nothing like that.
He's about to attempt suicide somehow. That shit was gonna be immediate.
So no, not to be funny. I know why they took the shoelaces out your Yeezys.
Boy.
I know. Now I get it. Okay.
They know they caught me off guard. They didn't know who they was like walking on. This nigga right here outfit let me know I need to take his shoes.
Take. I know it's just Yeezys and there's barely any shoelaces in there, but still take those, please. We can't take any chances.
Bro, the shoelaces are only for show. My feet were fine walking around.
Oh my gosh, bro. I thought it was just me. I'm like, I know. I took in college, one of my favorite classes was nonverbal communication. That I know nonverbal privilege when I see it. That was that.
Confused.
Like
I would have liked to have a video or a photo of Brett that shoved the dude that was in his neighborhood, like the slow cuss.
Yes.
Like a wrestler. When all them people pulled up to his crib and was like, "Now come out." And my nigga barricaded himself. He barricaded himself in the house. I would have loved to have a video of that scene.
Try that shit now, Playboy.
Because now that nigga probably in the curtains, nigga, like, nigga, hey, what are y'all doing? And why y'all here? Why y'all? What are you? Hey, 911.
No. All the shit his wife was popping on the video. What was she doing? Where that energy at, man? Well, energy, G. I'm upset that it took Black people this long to get fed up with BLM. Nonetheless, welcome to the fucking party, man. Get this shit out of here.
It's about time.
Get this shit the fuck out of here, bro.
Like to really believe that was the stand. Like that was the stance that was gonna move us forward. You know what I'm saying? Like we're gonna bring everybody's attention to our lives mattering. You know what I mean? We're gonna single ourselves out to let everybody know that we matter. Instead of just doing the ground, like this isn't a bootstrap thing. This is like instead of just doing the groundwork of making your life matter naturally, which is what everybody should be doing, and holding people accountable. That's a thing too.
Yeah.
My thing is that when groups get formed, we don't know, for one, everybody's motives, and there's wolves out here for real. So once you give them, all you gotta do is give them a slogan or a purpose, and they will latch on to this motherfucker. Bro, and they will latch on to this motherfucker, and next thing you know, it is hijacked. So, yes, like the head person for BLM was in the news about the whole about her purchasing a $1.3 million home.
No, multiple.
No. That's what she was in the news for the 1.3, but she was like, "But y'all,
I've been buying homes. What you mean?
I've been doing homes. You talking about, bro? This is number 6 on me."
Oh man, this
was long before BLM, bro. You talking? Come on, baby.
I've been running it up.
Come on, baby. This about my 4th calls by now.
Oh man, what do
you guys gonna be mad when I cop something next week?
You know what I'm saying? Like shit. You want something?
I got a brownstone for you.
No, hey, do you want something, Biscuit? That's what the roast me the episode the last episode of the roast me the hot seat. That nigga Boo told that nigga he called Uber Eats and asked him did they eat.
Hey, did you eat? Did you eat?
Hey, Boo really hella funny. Shout out real quick. Shout out to All Deaf.
The angle that
B Lewis, CP, Billy Sorrells, Tahir, Patrick Cloud, Boo Capone, Brent Taylor. That whole crew, bruh, has been. And then I love the whole Memphis edition is only funny because the Memphis niggas is really funny, but it's the accent and the dialect, and so the niggas that's not from Memphis fully be whooping them, except for Tut Weezy. They can't do shit with Tut Weezy. Tut Weezy be
no. That's a funny cat though.
Tut Weezy is hilarious, but I love the whole Memphis edition and everything that they're doing at All Deaf. Salute to them for just problem solving. Kev on stage, you're gonna keep giving you your flowers, brother. What you were able to do in the pandemic was beautiful. You and Alyssa and the board.
Bro, Kev is like built into my algorithm or whatever. So. Thanks. Bro, this nigga has been doing shit for so long. And it's just been great content for so fucking long. Like it's hey, kudos, man. Kudos.
Kev, Tony, Tahir, like I can't wait to meet them niggas and just go, yo, salute, bro. Y'all really ran it the fuck up. But they again, G, they did it together.
Yeah, for sure.
And it was like, yo, who the hottest? Kev the hottest? Bet. We gonna and to Tahir and to Tony's credit, they were the best role players. And then when it was time for them to leverage, they leveraged. And everybody got on together. So it's just beautiful, bro. I love it.
Tony's amazing.
Tony's ridiculous, bro. Tony, the highlight of my
there's nothing like Tony's movies reviews.
Yeah, his movie reviews and then his Snowfall review has been priceless.
Bro, the recap of Snowfall. Because Tony never knows like the sequence of things that happened on Snowfall. It's like, wait, so I did okay, fuck. So he's on read through his notes. He's like,
but wait, it's no G. He really does this. He really puts his hand on his face and starts and like, damn, like try to remember. I love them, man.
Yeah.
Can we reframe everything in and like around Vanessa Bryant and how she's bodying, managing the estate? Like this is how a state is supposed to be managed.
They thought she was just a face.
Yeah, in the event of an untimely death, this is the way an estate should be managed. So far, the conversations that's being forced to be had, putting Nike on a Summer Jam screen, like. What can you say?
I just gotta salute her for one. I mean, we all collectively had to mourn Kobe, so that was crazy, especially being in LA or whatever. But
and we were in LA. Shit.
Yeah, like it was just crazy because that talk about something that's in the air, like this.
I couldn't breathe. G, that shit was like sitting right here, and it was like cutting off the wind. It was like, bro, what is that? Remember walking in the lobby in our hotel and was like, yo, this is wild. The whole hotel, Lex, was standing still. Nobody was moving.
Damn. It was a rough day in LA.
So it was packed in our hotel. When I tell you everybody was standing still watching the television together, that shit was nuts.
Unbelievable. So just the moves that have been made have been so fucking sound. So it's just, it has her children in mind. It has the legacy of Kobe in mind. It has the legacy of Judge Gigi in mind. And she's moving about it in a way that's only commendable. So it's a shout out to her, and giving her flowers for the way that she's handling everything in overwhelming circumstances. It lets you know, especially because the way their families are set up is crazy too, because it's almost as if Kobe and Vanessa were separate entities from the people that raised them. You know what I mean? Because both of them are have issues with their parents. And I'm pretty sure most of it has to do with money, unfortunately. So that's what she has to deal with on top of him no longer being here. You know what I mean? Is that the families are estranged, and you know, they're only looking for grabs at this moment because there's a full estate of money there that they think that they should have access to. You know what I mean? And it's just I'm pretty sure that's a weird space, but I just want to give her flowers for, you know, she's moving like a fucking like a mob boss. Yes. And it was her true calling. You know what I mean? It was her true calling to come from behind this. I mean, she's in the shadows, but coming from behind the scenes and, you know, taking a step forward and steadying the ship and making sure everything moves according to, you know, the legacy of both of them. So that's just pure love on that one.
Yeah, it would be ideal if Nike came correct and offered the lifetime deal.
It would make sense.
It would only make sense, but hopefully Adidas swoops in and does what they need to do. It'll just do wonders branding wise. Financially, it's got to make sense to keep developing in his honor. Somebody needs to be doing it and working closely with the estate, which is Vanessa and the girls to come. The girls are here. Their dad's legacy, like that's one that just not to be glossed over, erased, and moved the fuck on from. Like what he means to the NBA, to pop culture, to Black culture is really important, man. So definitely give Vanessa her flowers for how she is managing the state and standing firm and not being taken advantage of. I imagine that there's an amazing team and people extending all kind of support. And I hope that continues, because that's what it should be in the event of an untimely death, especially one that, if you know, call it Swiss Beat said it perfect. Like yo, fam, I don't want all you motherfuckers at my funeral, because especially if y'all didn't show up when I'm here, especially if I'm going through something. You know, so keep that same energy.
That's real.
Dare we tackle this fan question, Lex Bub?
Should we, or should we wait for next time?
Nah.
All right, let's do it. The fan question is, hold on real quick. All right. Is it socially irresponsible to purposely have children given the current state of the world? The context to this conversation was, I was speaking with him, and he has.
This is a gentleman. This
yes,
this is a man. Okay.
It's a male. He already has a child, and part of him wants to have another one, but another part is he's just like, man, with how this world is right now, he's like, I don't know if it's right. And then he was like, I'm gonna ask this question, but I want you to save it for the pod so we can get like your view on it, but also get Monty and LG's, since they don't have kids. Do they think about having kids? And then, like, how do they feel?
That's funny because we just had this conversation.
Yeah. And I feel like we have it frequently too.
Yeah.
But recently,
like in a group chat, not on the pod.
No. We definitely have it frequently on the pod, but the one in the group chat was interesting too, because I'm excited about potentially being a dad. Like, I want kids really, really bad. However, you know, I think about my parents. I'm 31 now. My dad, by the time he was 31, had 4. Nigga, I was having to weigh out whether I was gonna eat or not a few weeks ago. Let alone try to feed four kids. You feel me? And not to make it all a money play. But fuck that. It is when you gotta provide and you gotta take care of. and we still haven't even got to how sick this world is. And then don't let it be not being able to pick your partner or someone you got to be in partnership in business with, man. Marriage, family, raising kids, that's big business, dog. And to pretend that it isn't it feels disingenuous to me, especially when you think about the Black survival in America. And so maybe I asked this to you guys, or maybe I didn't, but I was thinking about our traditions in Africa. Like I'm really big on wanting to shout out to Grandma Doris, who's traced her section of the family all the way back to grandma knows her tribe from Africa, where they came from, where they docked in the States. They came through the slave ports at Georgetown. Our family did, at least grandma's lineage did. And so it got me to thinking about traditions. And if this tribe controls the water, this tribe controls the fucking cattle, and they go, yo, together we own that. We can own a majority of the land, and they put their son and their daughter together. That's a business transaction for the sake of on some monopoly shit. And so now we get to the States, we adopt Western civilization, and now between Black men and Black women, we can't even have a simple conversation in and around transaction, let alone try to join in a union, let alone try to raise some fucking kids. Fam, look here, look at the divorce rates. Look at what a lot of the tension is derived around. Finances, nigga. Stop acting like that's not a thing. Oh man, I ain't tricking, nigga. You got married. Don't sit around and talk to me about tricking if you married. That's ridiculous. That's the most hustling backwards shit ever. And if you got partners that's calling you a trick because you married, you need to get the fuck away from them ASAP.
That part.
You know, so it's a lot of little shit like that I struggle with, where that's the only reason I'm hesitant in and around conceiving children, is not having a tribe. Like I was on the phone with my mom in Target this morning, and I'm in Houston, and the young lady at the door that greeted me was Black. The OG that helped me find what I was looking for was Black. The person that helped me check out was Black. And they all, good morning, baby. How you doing? You need anything? And showing love. It's a different. It's when it's what's the word, y'all? It's when it's when it becomes a part of your routine, like when you practice so much, it's second nature. When it's just second nature, and you're not having to think about what you're saying and how you're communicating, or if you scare this person. The lady that helped me this morning was looking at me like I was one of her nephews or her grandson. She cared different. She took her time. She looked me in the eye. It's just different. So that's the one thing about raising children, is that I have no aspirations to subject them to majority whiteness the way that we were, because our parents deemed moving to white neighborhoods as fucking success. Fuck that. I don't. I'm not doing. Ain't no way. There's no way. So that's the one thing I'd say. If I had to pick one thing that worries me, it's not even because by the numbers, this is the safest time to live in this motherfucker. Like I know the fear mongering that the news does. It show 87% bad news or whatever it is. Bro, don't let that shit scare you, bro. It ain't shit. It ain't shit happening outside. It ain't. I know it show you cops killing people getting kidnapped and sex trafficking. I know they're fear mongering and that shit is happening, bro. It ain't like it. Our parents survived the fucking 80s. They survived the crack era, bro. We good. Get around some Black. If you got some Black friends, some Black family, y'all building wealth, go buy a community, bro. Move into a Black community and build it up. Stop that shit running to Walnut Creek and Pleasant Hill and all. Nah, bro. Go be around some Black folks and build together. We can go buy. We can collectively we can buy a grocery store. We can have the fucking hardware store. We can have the paint store. We can have the car dealership. We can have the bank. We can do the loans. We can check. We can do all that shit. And it can be wherever we want it to. That's the one thing for me. I said one thing, but I said like 30. My bad.
Nah, that was spot on. So that's why I had to let you cook on that one. Because hey, Money had it. He was thorough on that one. So hey. Nah, Monty touched on everything. Like that's exactly what it is. And I think just from my angle, it is Monty touched on at the beginning. It's just like the partnership part. I think when you have when you find a partner or whatever, and y'all got a certain type of bond and y'all got a certain type of understanding, then I think everything else falls into play. To tell you the truth. So there's not so much a fear of having a child in whatever landscape if you have if you're building something, because I think that what people have to do is they have to dial back everything. You know what I mean? Like you didn't grow and you didn't come out the womb and start running. You know what I mean? Like that wasn't the process, so you have to dial it back and stop thinking about the entire world on every decision that you make. You know what I'm saying? Like that's going to overwhelm you. That's going to create excess stress that you don't need to have. You know what I'm saying? Like the truth is let's get back to the core values of things. Do you have a partner that there's a respect factor there, there's a support factor there, and you don't even have to have finances, to tell you the truth. I know Mike talked on that. That's very important. Of course, everybody, finances is everything, but you don't even have to have that as a part of the core. That's something that you have on the exterior crust. You know what I mean? Like that's the next part of the onion is the finances. But I think the core values of the two individuals is something is the bond can't be broken. Then that's when
something frivolous.
Like it, you know what I'm saying? Because money comes and goes. So like if you lost some money but don't know how to make it back, then yeah, I guess that's a problem. You know what I'm saying? But between the two of y'all, if y'all can't figure out how to do it, then y'all shouldn't be together. You know what I'm saying? So that's where you should start at.
Yeah.
But I think that it starts there, and then the whole thing about having children, that's little used, so it's just a matter of you're instilling something. You get to start from scratch, you get to reinvent yourself, you know what I mean? Like it's a cool thing. So yeah, I think people have to dial back everything that they're, for one, their expectations and what they're hearing from the outside, and doing all these think pieces or group studies on what the numbers are today about children and how expensive they are, and the school systems are trash, and bro, like you're gonna work yourself into a fucking frenzy that you don't need to. Like, do you have your core shit together and then build out from there? And I think that's kind of the way for my thinking. So it's not really like a scary thing, I would say, in today's.
No. Yeah. Unc was texting this morning, and his gratitude for everybody showing up yesterday was jumping off the screen.
Wasn't that dope?
That was dope, but it was
my man was sending like separate messages. I'm like, oh, you all for real, pops.
Yeah. He was so grateful because it was like, damn, you're reminded that you're a part of a tribe. And while it may be scary, family has this really dope way of showing up and reminding you, like, my nigga, you're not alone for real. You may think you are, so it's just special. My bad, y'all. I'm out here visiting Team's fam and meeting them for the first time. And we got hella shit planned, but the one thing I thought about yesterday was like, damn, how many times have you done the meeting the family shit, and has it ever gone bad? And I think we talked about it, Lex. I don't remember if you were there that day, but it was just like the meeting the fam shit, and niggas have real horror stories. I'm like, damn, it's never really gone bad. Like not at least not to my face. Like it may have gone bad like after I was gone or something, but never to my face. It's like it's so funny the energy that niggas is like, oh, I'll press that nigga, and then they show up and go, bro, you hella big. The little sister goes, you do security. Bro, I almost fell the fuck out. I was like, little kids, they don't lie. They're not about to lie.
Bro, no filter, straight to it.
Oh, we had a fucking blast, and so we got a day plan just to do the escape room and shit like that. So it was just glad to be. I had to bring that up though, because I was like, damn, that little kids don't cap, and then it's always funny when it's like when they see you in person, like, god damn, bro, you filling up the door frame, fam. Relax a little bit.
Hold on, I gotta ask something real quick. Have you ever done an escape room with your partner?
Yeah. Oh, yes. Okay. Oh no. This will be a first. This will be fun. I did it with my mom and my sisters in DC, and we actually made it. So
yeah, no, it's different when it's with your partner.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna be like, what are you doing? What are you
doing? I'll report back next week. Let y'all know if we survived. I know this needs context, G, but I feel like I kind of get it. But I feel like we should start a segment of Goldie quotes, because I got a few written on my phone, but you need context of Goldie's voice and his animation when he says it. So that's why I never dare to read it. I never dare to read them, but we're gonna do it this time.
Yeah, because like people always like, you don't know why you fuck with comedians the way you do it, but it has to do with their delivery. Goldie has amazing delivery.
It says, what that got to do with the dick going in? You hard to love. G, please give context to that.
Yeah, so we out last night, and niggas, we got a table at Hello Stranger. So we outside now. So we didn't already did our night or whatever. The whole thing happened inside there. So we on the side block next to Make West. There's nobody over here. So along the walk or whatever, I'll tell Poe and John basically that nigga y'all just like the same girl. So, like y'all like the same girls. Like, so that's why y'all always like butting heads with each other, because y'all like the same person. You know what I mean? So like that's like y'all thing, right? So they get into it over that. So now they try to argue with me about no we don't. You know what I mean? So they're going through that part. So we get to the side street, and these they go into the whole hard to love shit again.
Oh shit.
So Goldie like yeah. All right, so because me and Goldie, like we're just the separate individuals playing into their storyline. So we're just fucking with them the entire time. So we just telling them how many things that they're doing.
Wait, who's debating? I'm sorry, who's going back and forth?
So I inserted.
Dave. This is Dave and Poe.
It's Dave and Poe just going back and forth.
Oh, okay.
But we're on a block with just us. Like it's ghost town now, so it's just us talking to each other. Okay. Right. But me and Goldie is just like post up on Goldie car, bro. We just over here just inserting just little small things, just putting more fuel into the fire, right? So we just giving them hella quotes on like they talk about hard to love. So this man say, so what that got to do with the dick going in? And you hard to love.
Bro.
And I was like, bro, I'm writing that down right now. Because that's spot on. Y'all niggas been arguing this entire time. What that got to do with y'all dick going in while you over here talking about you hard to love?
Wait, so there's a couple things though, G. The fact that the hard to love combo is still running from 3 weeks ago.
It's still running strong. It's just whenever they start drinking, bro. That's the topic that come up. Is that
you can't make this shit up. That is
bro, you cannot, bro. But it was spot on. I was like, and we just kept putting fuel on that, bro. So that shit went on for about an
hour. We'll walk off on this because I feel like Ella have an awesome take. Lex too, actually. I'm interested to hear what y'all think. Meg Thee Stallion and her team put out a really dope visual teaser that people immediately thought was an album announcement. And it was solely Meg going, yeah, fam, I'm taking a hiatus. I'm about to step away for a little bit. And I was like, I said, this is the most gangster shit I've seen from an artist in a really, really long time. I like that Kendrick goes away and does whatever human shit he could possibly do. I like that Cole is low and goes and be and is a father and all that shit.
Like you by boss
Meg seems really Meg seems really happy in her relationship and wants to complete her degrees and like she got life she's trying to live. And for whatever reason, that jumped out to me as some of the best examples of fame that you could see, where someone's like, I don't want none of this shit. I'm about to go get low for a minute. We can debate the rollout of it and the announcement of it, but just the wherewithal to go, yo, I'm about to go. This wellness shit is way more important, and it got me to thinking about art and how non-sustainable a ridiculous output for the sake of staying relevant is. There's a really dope piece. Poe's been texting us crazy in and around this masterpiece shit, trying to figure out what the real breakdown of his priority deal was and all that shit. And so naturally, because I'm a P fan and all that, I had information and what I didn't have, I went and did the research on and was responding back. But an article that I stumbled upon, shout out to Trapital, my guy Don, he did a really good piece on the No Limit output and how that was ultimately the demise of that company, and how you couldn't do it today, and why you shouldn't do it today. It worked for that moment. It did what it did, but in terms of building equity creatively and with IP and having people invest the way that to have people invest for 52 weeks over a year, as opposed to whenever you pull up in your Kendrick and you can tour the damn record for almost 2 years off one. So we're talking about 1 versus 52 albums. It took you 52 albums and you're not gonna be able to tour any of those for 3 months, let alone 2 years, right? And so I love this for Meg. I was curious to see what you guys thought.
Money took the mature approach, so we're gonna go with that.
No. Please take the immature approach.
I mean, I see it a lot like Nicki.
Because what I wanted to do, G, honestly, you want the truth of what I wanted to do?
What's up?
I wanted to come in here and shit on Hot Girl Summer, but I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy. But this is what happens to women all the time. Hot Girl Summer was the campaign and the thing that got shit lit, right? Fuck niggas, all that. Meg got a nigga. It said, fuck y'all in that summer. I'm low. No, she didn't even say fuck y'all in the summer. She said fuck y'all, fuck music, fuck everything. I got my nigga. I'm out.
I'm out. Gone. Bye. Hot Girl Summer, but my nigga pick me up.
Next album. All right, my bad. But see, you ruined it, bro. I was trying to be mature.
No, you was on the road, but I was like, yeah, you know. I mean, there's another angle too.
And then Cole went from Hot Girl Summer, but my niggas picking me up till I'm just gonna be inside and motherfuckers do.
Girl, that was within a week though. You know what I mean? Like that was last week that she said it was Hot Girl Summer, but my nigga picking me up after. Now she like, nigga, you know what? I'm stopping everything. Like, it's a freeze. It's a freeze. Shit, I'm happy home. I got a dick on the regular. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we making plans and shit. You know, that nigga talk to me
drive the boat.
You feel me? You know what I mean? Like that nigga talks to me in my ear. I love that shit. You know what I mean? Like it's just different things. Like women be acting like this ain't the shit they love. They just like to argue about this shit and now it's our shit. Okay, all right. Get that nigga that talks to you in your ear.
That's why niggas. That's why niggas be wilding though. That's exactly why niggas be wilding. Gee, that's exactly why niggas be wilding. Cause she went from
what?
She went from fuck niggas, it's hot girl summer to all right, I'm coming, but and then went never mind, I won't be there at all. I'm not gonna.
But is that not the case though? You know what I mean? Like this isn't like a whole. All right, so it is hot girl summer until you meet that nigga.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I think that's what it is, and it's not saying that women need dudes or anything like that. That's not the case. But all that, like people be flapping their guns about all the shit they won't do, and it'll never come across their table like, man, I'm doing this, I'm this person. You know what I mean? You get all that from your experiences to that point. You ain't met the motherfucker that you about to be. That's a cold nigga. That's about to approach you at some point.
Never say what you want. Never
you
say what you ain't.
Never say what you won't do.
Life, you know what I'm saying? Life has that way of humbling you.
Every motherfucker that said what they won't do
is doing it somewhere.
Had to do that shit at some point.
You
know what I mean? Like, like, all right, it's cool. But yeah, shout out to Meg though. Shout out to Meg taking her hiatus. You know what I mean? Like that's important. It's funny that shit happening at the summer.
You petty. You petty. You petty. That's crazy.
Live your life, queen.
You feel me?
Live your life, queen is crazy.
Hey,
we gotta relax.
Tell these women to step their game up. You know what I'm saying? now you should be the anti hot girl summer.
Exactly. Actually, I heard it's El Nino this year, so this summer is going to be cold anyways. So maybe she just wants to stay.
So she did the math. She did the science.
It's cold outside.
Okay. I see what's happening. All right, but let me get out of here. I love y'all. Sorry we had to cut it short this week. Family duty calls.
Yeah, you lucky we didn't get to that milk chocolate topic.
It's crazy.
You got spared today.
Now I'm nervous.
You told the nigga, yeah, you got spared today.
You got spared today with the milk chocolate, bro.
Oh shit!
Because that was the topic last night too.
Oh shit!
Because I was no, we gonna do it. We gonna do it real quick.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Now we gotta do it.
All right, so we at the VIP, right? And we started drinking whatever, and I'm like, man, I don't know how we got on the top. I think we might have been talking about like some LA trips or whatever the hell it was. No, Vegas trips. That's what it was. And I was like, bro, what you mean? It was like, nigga. I was like, nigga, Monty got bitches. And like this is sorry. This isn't for listeners. This is between me and Mike. I'll fuck with you. It's not gonna be that. But
he's wilding right now.
You got to get the full context. This was a long time ago. But I was like, no, Monty got bitches. It was like, right. So it's like, and then Poe was like, Monty ain't got no game. I was like, bro, what you talking, bro?
My man was sneaking me.
What? So I was like, bro, what you talking? You don't remember that time we was right? So I did a specific moment. He was like, yeah, but that's because he milk chocolate. No. That's he was like, that's because he chocolate. I was like, I mean, I guess he like it, but but he ain't dark chocolate. He's like, no. He's like, no, he's not dark chocolate. I say he milk chocolate. He's like, as a matter of fact, that's what Monty is. Monty is an aphrodisiac.
Bro, I hate y'all. Oh. But wait,
you are every woman's favorite snack. That's what it is. Can only have one. You know, if they have more, they might. They don't want to overindulge. You know what I'm saying?
Gee, what's wrong with you,
bro? That shit was great. Cause we started rolling that shit. That was rapid fire thoughts right there, bro.
Oh yeah, see, we should have waited. Now I gotta call Poe and yell at him in the phone. Oh man, I love you. I appreciate y'all, bro. We appreciate the listeners. Lex, Bub, you got anything else before we go?
Nah.
G?
Nah, besides this bro that was larger than me. We were staying in the bathroom line or whatever. And he walked in, he stood like right next to me on the side that's going, like he's about to walk into the bathroom, and his partner just walked right in, right? I'm waiting for the bathroom, right? So I'm just like, all right, that's whatever, it's cool, whatever. And then he looked over at me, he looked down, he like, oh, this a line? He's like, I was like, yeah. He's like, forget it. Forget it. Let me move behind you so I don't get knocked out.
But wait, and so
my nigga moved over to the side, bro. He's like, bro, I'm gonna go over here because I don't want no trouble.
So this is my favorite thing about L, and the podcast got this nigga a whole new personnel. He's sick, Lex, like a pure sicko, and so it doesn't help that his little brother out of nowhere developed this mentality of like, is fuck niggas no matter what. So L never
it's his own entity.
L never has to have the energy of fuck niggas because his little brother will probably muster it up, and L will do the like, oh man, relax for a second. And for whatever reason, the second the person looks at him wrong, it flips. But people have been doing this thing where they're like, oh no, he might be crazy for real. So I don't know if it's the calm, I don't know what it is to make people not even try it no more. But there was a time when people would try it and then learn the hard way. Oh, we've had some epic brawls, bro. I will say that.
Oh, for sure. Because I talk at the exact same level, so it makes you have to come in a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not about to yell at you about this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got specific words for you. And you're going to hear me out, and you got to come in closer to get it.
That's what it is. He don't yell. That's what it is. It don't yell. It reminds me, Morgan is the same way. I know you own a restaurant and shit, fam, but you a sicko too. I see, because Morgan don't punch. Morgan, he does jujitsu, so this nigga just puts niggas to sleep. It's like, bro, why you just didn't knock him out? Why you had to choke? Seeing a grown ass man that's his side, like Morgan's a big dude, but I seen him choke out some of the biggest niggas.
But see, choking a nigga out is better, because when you choke a nigga out, when they wake up, they know, like, nigga, I forcefully put you to bed like a child.
Oh no! It's I didn't see cats like come with crazy energy, get choked out, and then come with gifts and
exactly.
hey man, I don't want no problem. I just want peace.
Bro.
But this where the host
I gotta come back. Choked out one day and then coming the next day with the gift basket.
Ask Morgan my line.
Hey,
grown ass men.
At the same time, he's just thankful somebody was able to put him in REM sleep. Good sleep.
Like that.
For the first time, huh? For the first time, I got some good rest.
I slept kind of good. Bro, let me stop fucking with y'all. I'm getting out of here. It's been another episode of People Brain. We'll see y'all next week.
Love.
Yes.